The mightiest Mackems. We're back again. Obviously, we've got a lot to discuss. Yeah, well, blimey, yeah. Obviously, first of all, like I've spoke to Paul about it, but obviously last week I know I was going to do the England videos. That never happened, for obvious reasons. Had the 11-month-old in hospital on Wednesday, the day I was going to do it, and then he was back in again on Saturday, and then he's back in again today. Okay, bear with me, I've just got some error message. Go away. There we go. Right, so yeah, that's the reason why I couldn't get them done. And then we're back, and we've got his review on Wednesday. So, you know, in on Wednesday. 2 days off I get during the week, and they're hospital trips again. Honestly, 4 times in a week is unreal. But yeah, so that's the reason why, guys. But obviously, Paul, before we go on to obviously Chris Coleman and the result of the game, what did you think about the Manchester United result?
To be honest, when I seen it, I was like, because, well, before I kicked off, right, because I'm going to let you into a secret, actually, but over the road, right, I've got a Huddersfield supporter and a Newcastle fan that hates Manchester United. And as soon as I saw that score, I was like, oh my god. I was like, I cannot wait to see him, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to wind him up.
Oh, there we go. I can move it while I'm... There we are. I can move it while I'm recording. It's alright, it's just with where your camera is, my little camera was covering your head. That's better. So I moved to the bottom corner. Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised though, because I'll tell you one thing. I think the scoreline was a bit too over-flattering for Man United, because obviously I was at work, so I was listening to it on the radio after the Sunderland game, and you know, Newcastle, they did play pretty well, but the second half they just seemed to sort of collapse on themselves, didn't they?
Yeah, they did actually.
Not to a massive scale, because if I remember rightly, I'm pretty sure all of Man United's goals were virtually tap-ins. Pretty sure there were. But obviously, right, so we're gonna have to move on. Obviously, pressed for time. Did you go to the game on Saturday, Paul?
I was at work.
You're at work, right? Okay, your season ticket's really gone down the shitter now, hasn't it?
Well, the thing is, I said to Bowers and Pete, I will not go until we stop playing properly. But now, since Coleman has arrived, I can probably see a change.
I think
in that squad.
Yeah, I think we've got to give him a few games. So I'm not expecting any instant switch round. You know, you've got to give him a few games. So, like I said to you on Twitter, so you know he can get his boots firmly up their arses. You know what I mean? Because that's what needs to happen. You
know what got me last night? I was telling my friend, actually, my mate Paul Haggerton, a Sunderland supporter. This will shock you, Craig. Actually. A Sunderland supporter, I don't know his name, I think his name was Kevin, I think. Said on Five Live Sport last night that Chris Coleman is actually the wrong choice for Sunderland manager. And I said to my mate Paul Haggerton, Chris Coleman hasn't even had a first game yet in charge of the club.
Exactly, and with the state that it's in as well, it's going to take more than just a first game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought they played pretty decently on Saturday. You know, the last 10 minutes, it was Sunderland in control, trying to get that win.
Well, to be honest, I think the only reason they played like that is Kit's. I forgot his, but yeah, yeah. He was at the Stadium of Light on Saturday. He's watching from the stand with Martin Bain.
Yeah, because I know Coleman wasn't there because man of his word, he had to. Is it in where was it? Newport. He had to turn the Christmas lights on. Somewhere
he
somewhere
did.
Like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he said goodbye to them, and he said to somebody, because they asked if he was going to take the first game Tuesday night, which is tomorrow, against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And Chris Coleman said, "Yep, that's the idea."
That's jolly good. I mean, because I believe it or not, yesterday I'd been checking all morning, all lunchtime, and I think it was about 3-4 o'clock they finally announced it.
To be honest, I think they waited for a little while because I know he travelled up.
Yeah.
Yes, he went to Newcastle Airport.
Yeah.
He was actually spotted there. Yeah, he took. I know he took training yesterday morning.
Yep.
With the players. Yeah, they waited till the afternoon to announce it.
Okay. It's I mean, I don't think that's a bad choice. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot worse managers you could choose, and to be honest, I think out of the shortlist that the bookies had created, I would say he'd have been top of that list any day. Any day. And I mean, ex-Wales. People are going to slate it because yes, he is the ex-manager of the Wales national team, but look, he got them to the quarterfinals, semi-finals of the Euros. Okay,
Yeah, he did.
They failed to qualify for the World Cup. Not largely his fault, they've had a fair few injuries. Their main talisman, I'm not saying everything runs for him, but their main talisman, Gareth Bale, has been injured for pretty much nearly every international game. So, yeah.
Well, to be honest, I thought it was interesting because Martin Bain said in the press conference this afternoon,
yeah,
that yes, fair enough, Bain was speaking to a lot of candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Michael O'Neill was one of them. I'm not sure if Karanka was one of them, but Martin Bain said that the other people he spoke to actually had no job on the table to come to Sunderland.
Yeah.
And he said Chris Coleman actually was number one for the job straight away.
Yeah.
As soon as Grayson went, he was looking straight at Chris Coleman.
I've got to say one thing away from football. Paul, what is on your shirt? What does that say?
It
says cocaine and something.
Actually, I don't know actually what that says at the bottom.
Cocaine and caviar. Okay, guys, I'm not endorsing the use of drugs, especially that sort of drug. That's for sure. Only from a doctor or from your pharmacy. Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll get that out there now. I'll end up going into a bad status for some sort of bloody copyright strike or something on bloody YouTube. Promoting drugs.
Oh my God, no.
No, absolutely not. We'll promote whiskey. I like whiskey. Whiskey's... Nah, that's bad for you. I was going to say good for you. It's actually bad for you. You have too much of that, my God, it blows your head off. But yeah, so... And again, like I've said to Paul, guys, as well, is the one thing that's got me... What exactly... Sorry, I'm distracted by a bird outside. Not woman, an actual bird, flying bird. Doing some weird shit. What's got me though is what have the club promised him transfer-wise? I mean, because a manager of his calibre, he's, you can't say he's done badly. He's done pretty damn well for an international career that he's had. They've got to have promised him something big in my eyes, surely.
Well, to be honest, he didn't know what to say on that in his press conference to the media, actually.
Yeah.
But I think he has been given a low budget, but he doesn't know what players we need. Come January.
I could tell you one player that we need. I think Paul could tell you as well. Bloody goalkeeper.
I think what he's going to do is see what we need and then go to Ellis Short.
Yeah.
Mind you, he has got loans as well.
Sorry?
He has got a couple of loans as well that we can bring in.
Yes, which is pretty good. So, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Gareth Bale for Sunderland? Oh, if only. No, that won't happen ever. But he's going to be an interesting sort of manager, because the way he also sets up tactically as well. You never know what you can normally, when he was obviously the Wales manager, you could normally tell what players he would pick for the starting 11. You know, he had a sort of typical system there, but you didn't know what tactics they would play. You know, would they just sit back and play counter attack, or would they press high to try, you know, get the first goal in? You never knew that with Wales.
Well, to be honest, I think with us, I think he know what type of football with us, because I know he has been to the Stadium of Light before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was with Wales, I think. Or Fulham, because he did manage Fulham, didn't he?
Yes, I believe he did manage Fulham, yes.
So, I think he knows... I think he knows what to do.
Yeah. It's definitely... you see, 'cause all we've got to go on at the minute is if, buts and maybes, you know. What's to say he doesn't bring Kone back? Because Kone's been dropped from the squad for, is it a couple of weeks now?
Well, Corney's out until next month.
Oh yes, so yeah, he did pick up the injury, but obviously sort of. But before that though, he's been certainly been dropped by Grayson from the squad for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Yeah, since John O'Shea's came back in the squad.
Mm. So.
Because
did you
even Rodwell's been dropped from the squad. Have you noticed?
Yeah, he was on the bench on Saturday, and I saw that because Gary Bennett was actually on the radio. He was going on about bringing him on as a substitute, somebody who can get in there and, you know, play the ball through. I mean, I was surprised when he suggested Rodwell to come on, like.
And he did, and he didn't come on.
No. Thank God. If he'd have come on, we'd have lost that game. We should be grateful for the draw. Trust me, guys. Rodwell is horrible for a player.
I actually thought we would have won on Saturday, actually. We were close.
We had a goal disallowed as well, didn't we?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that one, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it shouldn't have been disallowed, from what I heard, because, again, obviously, we only had the horrible Channel 5 highlight show. And I think they even mentioned that goal shouldn't have been disallowed. I'm certain they did.
Well, I think we probably deserved a penalty first half. Second half, I think, as well.
Yeah, the thing is, the referees, in the Championship, it's true what people say, the referees in the Championship, they are a lot different compared to the Premier League. They'll bottle more big decisions than what they do in the Premier League. And I mean, we've had proof of that already. we have, honestly, we have. I mean, I think so far this season we should have had about 8 Stonewall penalties, none of them given. If my memory serves me correct, I'm pretty certain of it. Yeah, what can you do? What can you do with the refereeing standards?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if did you see Coleman's interview on the website?
I haven't had the chance to yet, no.
Because, to be honest, actually coming from him, I think they've got the right one, because I think he said he hasn't had the opportunity to manage a big club.
Yeah.
And yep, he's got a big club now.
So, because the thing, where is it? The thing that I like, you know, you put the statement that for his interview. You know how you said it, yeah. The thing I like, and I'll read this out, guys. Right. He's basically put the start's always tough. I'll find out pretty quickly. I think who's really in and who's not, and whoever's not needs to go. Needs to. Not a case of saying, oh yeah, they can go if they don't want to be it. They need to go. And play football somewhere else. It's there. It's a little bit daunting, but that keeps you on your toes. And I mean, you know, we have had managers obviously come in the past and say, you know, oh yeah, we need to bring so and so in, we need to get rid of these players. But with Simon Grayson, he said something similar, but the words weren't as striking. You know, basically, oh, we'll help them find another club. I mean, to me, that part of that statement from Coleman, that is brutal, literally brutal. Whoever needs to go, then go play somewhere else. Simple. You know.
I think he's pointing that at two players. I think one of them Rodwell and Lemaine Coney. I think he's pointing that too.
Yeah, Coney for sure, definitely for sure. So, the thing is though, again, like Gary Bennett said a fair few weeks ago, you know, transfer window. What? So I can hear banging. It's probably my son banging or something. The little one. Yeah. So yeah, Gary Bennett saying a fair few weeks ago, you know, you look at it in the summer. Kone wanted to move, no one came in for him. You know, and he needs to start playing well if he wanted people to come in for him. Couldn't do that. And his exact words, and I still laugh to this day about it. Sunderland couldn't even give him away for free, and I know I've mentioned that to you before as well. Oh, I have never laughed so hard when he said it. It was because he was playing horrifically bad, and it was laughable. It really was.
Well, to be honest, what I like about it, look, Chris Coleman said today that he said, I think it was something like he doesn't like losing.
Yeah.
But he said if the players try their hardest, he won't actually mind it.
Exactly, and that's all. To be honest, that's all we want, is just to see them play decent football. You get the win, that's great. You get the draw, fair enough. If you lose, providing you put the effort in, it's not going to matter. Even if you get hammered 7, 8, 9, 10-0, providing they've put effort in, you know, and they've tried making chances. Okay, it's humiliating, but you'll know that the effort's being put in there. You know, that's been the frustrating thing about Sunderland, isn't it? Apart from obviously at the weekend, because that's when they did actually put some serious effort in. The games before that, nothing. How we have actually still managed to win a single game this season is beyond me. I don't know, because yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking to actually on what he has said there. It's just got here. Well, the echo. Phil Smith put it up. I will have a session this morning. After this, with the squad who is going to the Midlands, sit them down this afternoon.
He's taking them down this afternoon. Okay, that's a bit odd.
And then he puts, I expect to see them being brave. I expect them to go and perform, compete, and basically, that's it to start with.
And I've got to say one thing: we need to bring back Mika. I'm saying it again. Router and Steele they're not goalkeepers. Honest to God, I don't know what sort of footballer they are, but one position they can't play is certainly in goal. I know Router made a few catches on Saturday. Much to the delight of the Sunderland fans, you should have heard them cheering. Honest to God, every time he actually managed to catch a ball. But I don't know what they are, but they ain't goalkeepers.
Neither is that Millwall goalkeeper.
Oh my God. What was he doing for that Matthews goal? Don't go wrong, I know Matthews smashed it one. I mean, what a goal to take. But oh my God, how can you let the ball in from that angle?
Yeah, no, I saw the highlights. I was like, oh my word.
I mean, Router with the 2 free kicks, that was bad enough. But then you see that's just the icing on the cake. I mean, Calamity doesn't even come close, does it? It really doesn't. So,
I think that's one position Chris Coleman will sort out in January. Goalkeeper, even if he has to look on the free transfer.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know Router was free, wasn't he? But Christ, I think, like a Sunderland fan said, you can actually see why Router was a freebie. Oh, honestly, man. You know, we should have gone in for Joe Hart when we had the chance, you know.
Would he come to Sunderland or?
Yeah, well, and plus we were looking for like Man City to pay 60% of the wages, which I think they would have done. You know, but honestly.
I'm actually going to toss this in and all. It's not. I know it's not Sunderland, but
go for it.
But you can't believe. But Tony Pulis
has been sacked.
Has actually got the sack.
Sorry.
When I
go on.
When I seen it, I was like, "What?" Because I said to a friend of mine, "Well, that's West Brom relegated."
It's I know it's kind of crazy, isn't it? You know, the managerial merry-go-round has kind of started a little earlier this year, isn't it? And I tell you what though, thank God we actually got Coleman when we did, because if they'd have sacked their manager before Grayson, Coleman probably would have gone there.
I wouldn't. It supposed me to laugh actually, but I wonder if Grayson goes to West Brom.
It's an interesting shout. I doubt it though, because you look at it, you've got Slab and Bilic, he's been sacked. They'll probably go for Bilic next.
Or even Sam.
Yes, yeah. Well, as if he wants to work.
But no, Chris Coleman said today that he is moving his wife and I think 2 kids to the northeast.
Good luck with that. Oh God, honestly. Well, then again, I suppose the trek home to Wales is pretty far, isn't it?
I think she's from London, Law. Because, I know she's on Twitter. His wife.
Yeah.
It's
got stay in London. Listen to my advice. Stay in London.
Yeah, I think the only reason she's moving up, it'd be ideal for her. Yeah, travelling back and forward from the academy.
Yeah. So that's fair enough, I suppose. You know, but I never liked the idea of uprooting your kids, because I had it done to me when I was a kid. You know, moved from London up to here. I never liked the idea of uprooting kids, especially if they're in school.
I've just seen what he put back to Jeff Brown's comment. He put in the echo, "I can't promise the cup in 6 months, but while I'm here, I will promise that everything I have got with my experience, I will give them it. All I need back from them is everything. They can't guarantee us a win. Nobody can do that, but what I can guarantee is a work athletic, and hopefully that will bring the performances."
Yes, and that's all you need. You know, good performances, like we just said. You win, you win. You lose, you lose. You draw, providing you put the effort in. So,
but trust the media to ask about Champions League.
Oh, Champions League. All right. I thought you were going to say transfer funds. Champions League. Honestly, look, with the
bit
way,
too early.
I know, with the state the club's in at the minute. If someone said Champions League, yeah, you need about 10 years. I'd say 10 long years. You know,
I would love it, but it's a bit too early.
Of course, man. I mean, you know, I know it sounds far-fetched saying it, but you know, like Sunderland versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid going at the stadium, like, could you imagine that?
Can you imagine all the supporters we would get if that actually happened?
Oh, we need to expand the stadium, that's for sure.
God, Sunderland versus Wales. God, that would be a laugh.
So, the one final thing, because personally I think there's a bit of a scandal going on at SAFC. Okay, and I think Paul can actually agree to this. Because when was the last game you went to, dude?
Bristol City.
Bristol City, right. Okay. As you know, they read out the attendance.
Last time I saw Simon Grayson as well.
Oh, God. As you know, they read they read out the attendance. Okay. Now we get attendances of apparently 27,000, but the stadium looks bare ass empty.
Yeah, it does.
Do you actually think they're rigging the system and putting it, you know, just adding the season ticket holders on there as well? Because that's what I think they're doing.
Yeah, that's what I think they're doing as well.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I don't believe there's 27,000 even on Saturday gone. I think how many fans did Millwall have? I'm certain.
No idea.
I'm certain. I'm pretty sure they sold out their allocation. I'm pretty sure they said that. It was either 1,500 or 3,000, something like that. Somewhere in between those lines. But yeah.
Unless Sunderland is actually counting the empty seats as well. The pink seats.
Yeah, but it's all automatic. You know, your season card. When you put it in the that weird ass machine, the barcode reader thing. Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. It's a barcode reader. That's all I can say. Yeah, yeah. That's it's all computerized, so it all goes on the one thing. But I don't get how it's 27,000. There's nowhere near that many in there.
Not with the performances we've got.
I think you probably have to go all the way back to the Championship, to the Premier League. We're in the Championship. You have to go all the way back to the Premier League. I've relegated us already. Good God. Go back to the Premier League to see an attendance of at least 27,000, and there'll be more people in there, you know?
Well, the thing is, though, I think with us getting Chris Coleman, I think, well, I don't know. I think he might bring the supporters back.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. We haven't had a home win, well, for a while now.
We haven't had one in 2017 yet.
You never know. Come the I think it's the 2nd of December.
At home to Reading.
Minoni's returned to the stadium of light.
So, but right, I will have to wrap the video up there because I've got to get things ready and go to the hospital. It'll be fun.
Can I toss an ear?
Go for it.
Who do you think Chris Coleman will actually pick to play tomorrow night against Aston Villa?
Mika in goal.
With the injuries we've got.
Yeah, Mika in goal.
Because remember, Johnny Williams is injured, and so is Duncan Watmore.
Yes, I know. Watmore looks pretty serious, doesn't it, as well?
Actually, Catmull's booked, so you missed that game.
Oh God, that's even worse. I haven't got a clue then.
And Don's back.
And Dong's back. Well, there's a straight swap there, so that's fine. I honestly don't know. I've got a funny feeling we can see Steele coming back into goal though. Funny feeling. So right, guys, that has been the video. Let us know what you think about Chris Coleman being appointed. Yeah. And I will see you on, I think that'll be Sunday. No, Wednesday. Yes, because we play tomorrow, don't we? Yeah. So I will see you on Wednesday for the old football flash video. So yeah, right. You gonna say bye, Paul?
Goodbye, and come on, Chris Coleman's Red and White Army.
The biggest coup in football history has been completed.